for example, back to the uma coisa em one em uma coisa em back to the uma coisa em one em uma coisa em back to the uma coisa em one em uma coisa em back to the Okay, check the mic 1 2 4 code press. Yeah, man, I'm small rain falling. Oh, yeah, bro. The rain is falling like I don't know. Can you hear me out there? The rain is falling like. So today we got some good news for you guys, man. Look, 4 code press. We live, we live on Facebook, we live on YouTube. We're facing some challenges on with we're facing some challenges with TikTok, but it's something I really need to work on because I know people are used to seeing this show on TikTok. But guys, look, um, let me see. Look, guys, let me show you something here quick. Um, I want to let me show you something here. Let me show you. Let me show you something here. Let me show you something. I want to share my screen, right? I want to share my screen. All right. So I want to share my screen. That bro. So shout out to Coastal Liberia, bro. Shout out to Coastal Liberia. You know, right now, Coastal Liberia, you can be able to follow the games live as they're going on, right? So right now, you see 72nd Wildcats versus Bourgeois Dreams. 72nd Wildcat versus Bourgeois Dream. They're in the fourth quarter. So we click on it, bro. You can see the match going on. So if you want to follow the game and you don't have the opportunity to be at the gym, you go to coastaliberia.com and you can see the play-by-play of the game live going on. So you see the game is in the fourth quarter. 72nd Wildcats are leading 48-46. You can see currently JB Lamine for 72nd Wildcats is the leading scorer. And also you have what's his name? You have E.T. Ford, right? So you can look through it, you can see the scores by every quarter. You can see scores by quarter. No, shout out to Coastal Liberia, right? Shout out to Coastal Liberia. You can even see the play-by-play, right? So Chris Batten committed a foul. Wow, bro, this is dope. This is dope. This is dope. Wow. No, shout out to Coastal Liberia. Shout out to Coastal Liberia for such an innovation. So you can see right now, Avi Vonleh makes a free throw. So if you know the game, bro. No, let's clap for those men, man. Let's clap for those guys, bro. Yeah, let's clap for them. Let's clap for them. Clap for them. Clap for them. So if you're not at the games, you can follow. You can follow. You can follow the game play by play. So Avi Vonleh makes a free throw. Avi Vonleh Bourgeois Dream. Men makes the 2 free throws and they're down by 2. Wow. You can check out the box score, right? So as the game is going on, you can see the scores. Bro, hey, if in the chat, if you can see what I'm showing you, I beg you, man, let me know. But I want to know say anything clear for y'all, man. I want to know say anything clear for y'all. If you can see what I'm talking about, please let me know. Make a comment in the chat room there. Let's go. Tell me in the chat for Coastal Liberia, right? So you can see the box score. You can see, yeah, 72nd Wildcats as they are playing. Play-by-play update. First time in Liberia, bro. Play-by-play update. Wow. You can see the team stats. This one is crazy, bro. This one is crazy. Well, you can see the team stats, right? Total rebound. You can see that Bourgeois Dream has out rebound 72nd Wildcat 27-14. You can see the assists, the steals, the blocks, the turnover. Too much turnover for Bourgeois Dream, guys. 9 turnover right now we're speaking. And once the game is live, you see it in real time. Bro. Man, I don't know. I don't have to. I want to make sure you guys see this thing clear. Anyway, no problem. If you're watching me on computer, you're gonna see it clearer. But guys, man, this is the first in Liberia, so you can see the game is going on live, and as the scores come in, you can see that yeah, this was happening at the SKD. So even on the SKD, you can just go play by play. Let's see what happened right now. Renfort turned the ball over. Come on, Bourgeois Dreams. Too much turnover. Just as the ESPN. No doubt, bro. This is like ESPN. This is like ESPN. This is like ESPN. Look, shout out to Coastal Liberia for this big innovation. You know, Liberia Basketball Network working very close with Coastal Liberia. to make sure that such an innovation comes to Liberia basketball, bro. I mean, this is great, man. Yeah. Wow. 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 So you see that? So you don't have to really go to you don't have time to go to the games. You can just go to Coastal Liberia. You can also see all the latest scores, right? You can see all the latest scores, right? If you go to home, right, click on home, you're gonna see all the latest scores. Yeah, all to this game, Pinsville Bulldog versus Destiny Kings. If you go there, you're gonna see all the stats. You can even see the play-by-play from the beginning of the game. Who scored the first? You can see it play by play. Guys, come on, shout out to Coastal Liberia. If you follow me, please go and also follow Coastal Liberia, guys. These guys are doing great. Wow, Coastal Liberia, right? You can see the box score at the end of the game. It's all there, guys. It's all there. Team stats. It's all there. It's all there at Coastal Liberia, right? It's all there. Okay, second division. This was the 10 of the second division. But what I love, what Coastal has done so far, bro, we live for the culture. Shout out to Coastal Liberia. We live for the culture. Man, oh, they got a blog, right? Two coaches showdown. So they got a blog over there. You know, you can join the conversation by signing in. Man, I'm so excited about this, right? I'm so excited. And I think all Liberian players should also be excited about this. They all should be excited about this. Can we see the JV basketball? Wow, right? Third division, nothing is there right now, but you can see first division, NPA Pythons versus Banave Dragon yesterday, right? So you can go there, go to Coastal Liberia. You can see Austin Mbandi, 26 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. Yeah, and K Nangbe, King Nangbe also had 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. Look, man, guys, shout out to Coastal Liberia. Well, you know, I'm so impressed with what you're doing. Um, and then yeah, I mean, if you really want to follow the happiness live as the games are being played, you go to Coastal Liberia, you scroll down, and you can see it's right here, live. Push Your Dream for the 72nd Wildcats. This game is currently going on live, right? And once it's going on live, you just click on it, and then you can follow it, right? You can see all those who started. You can see 72nd Wildcats, 16-6. They started very strong in the first quarter. And play by play, right? It's 53-51. Scores coming live on Coastal Liberia. Shout out to Coastal Liberia for this innovation, right? So you can see James B. Lamine turn the ball over. Adolphus Bagu made 2-point shot after getting the offensive rebound. Emmanuel T4 makes a 2-point shot. So you can get it step by step, bro. Step by step. And this is huge, man. This is huge. So I want to say shout out to Coastal Liberia for such innovation. And we're so glad that you know, such things happen to Liberia basketball. And one of more things like that can happen for Liberia basketball, and we're so happy for that. Also, we got news of some competition coming up called Legends. Legends, right? We have the flyer here. We're trying to get to this legend, right? So, limited space presented by Legends Are Born Africa, right? Registration 10,000 Liberty, limited spots, register now. Award is 50,000 LD to the champions. It's all happening August 1st at the YMCA gym. So register now. Don't miss your chance to be part of history, right? So it says they are supported by Liberia basketball and trip to what? So there's an incoming tournament, and we're trying to get to the organizers for them to come and give us more information on it. Let me see if I can be able to get to the organizers so they can speak to us on what's going on about this. So let me see if I can get to the organizer right now. He's Boris. I'm trying to get Boris on the line. And today, guys, don't forget, we have Hush Puppy. Yeah, Hush Puppy gonna be joining us today live in color. Boris, my man, can you come online, please? Want to talk to you. If you can get this, please come online. If you can get me. We're gonna be talking to Hush Puppy today. We're gonna know more about how what his game is all about. So as we continue to speak, the LBA is currently Fred Smith. We're talking to Fred Smith. The LBA is in this big sis, right? And a lot of teams have been going on. Teams we expect to be winning are winning, and teams we don't expect to be with teams we expect to win are winning. Teams we don't expect to win are also winning. Wow, that's something different. I don't know how the connection is over there. If you get me, please let me know. Right? This is the Four Court Press. We'll be back to you shortly.
Playing basketball. I'm 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 playing basketball. in my first time playing basketball. My first time winning MVP in the YMCA, in my first time playing basketball. My first time winning MVP in the YMCA, in my first time playing basketball. My first time winning MVP in the YMCA, in my first time playing basketball.
Okay, we back from our short break, and we have here with me Boris. Boris is bringing up a tournament, and that tournament is all about basketball. And definitely, we invited him to tell us today what it's all gonna be like. So very soon, we're gonna be bringing Boris on the floor and know what the tournament is all about. But once it's about basketball, that's why we are here to promote. And it's good to see that very young people are interested in making sure that the game of basketball is played. So Boris is going to be joining us very soon. He's going to be joining us very soon. And also we have Hush Puppy. Hush Puppy is also going to be joining us. Yes, let me put in my headphones so that I'll make sure we have no feedback. Okay. We're going to be talking more about the upcoming Legends tournament. Yeah. We're so excited to know more about it. So just hold on, and then he's going to be joining us very soon. Hey, Boris, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, sir. Yes. Can I speak now?
Yes, you live, you
Okay.
live, you live, you live.
Yes. I just want to take the time and say good day, everyone. And thank you to the Liberal Basketball Network for giving me this opportunity. My name is Fanny Boris Kiflo, organizer for the Legends Are Born in Africa tournament, a platform dedicated to discovering, developing, and promoting talented athletes across Liberia and eventually across Africa. Yeah, the tournament is like we believe that talent is everywhere, but other opportunity is not. Our mission is to create opportunity for young athletes to showcase their skills, gain exposure, and pursue their dreams through organized tournaments, player development, and community engagement. Today, I want to invite all basketball players and sport enthusiasts to be part of our upcoming tournament. Registration is currently open, but spaces are limited. This tournament is more than just competition. It is a chance to showcase your talent, compete against top players, oh wow, build your network, gain recognition and exposure. Whether you are an experienced player or rising young talent, this is an opportunity to step onto the court and prove yourself. Our tournament will be will be held on August 1st, 2026 at YMCA. I also want to thank our supporters, including the Labrador Basketball Network and Drip Too Hard, for believing in this vision and helping us to create opportunities for young athletes. Remember, greatness starts with taking the first step. Don't wait for opportunities to come to you. Create them. Legend are born in Africa. The next generation could be you. Thank you. And I look forward to you on August 1st. So, like, if you want any follow up, like how the registration will be going, you can contact my number, which will be on a flyer. Coach,
Okay, but
what is
I don't see your number. I don't see your number on the flyer right now.
no number is on it, but then I can call the number.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw the
Best if
person put
you
it.
call the number.
But okay, you can contact me on 0778825 108. I repeat, 0778825 108 for any follow up, or
Okay,
the person, anybody can reach to you. Say you can reach to me if they are interested.
okay. So I just want to ask one question.
Yes,
What
sir.
inspired you for this program, for this tournament? What inspired you?
Yes, to be true, right? Like I noticed that we the librarians, or let's just take, yes, we librarians, like most of all our love for the sport is going away because there is no opportunity, there is no support. So that's why I came up with a vision, like to create this platform so there can be opportunities, exposures for players, so the love can come back for the sport. That's
Uh,
one of my vision
when
there.
you say the love, when you say the love should come out, we already have like a national league. Do you think that not much is being done there that you want to bring a six tournament, or it's just a way of contributing also to what is going on in the national league?
Yes, contributing, yes, true.
All right. So as time goes on, we're gonna have more interaction with you, you know,
Yes,
and hopefully
yes.
those other players that will be taking part, we're gonna reach out to you, and maybe you can invite some of those players to also come to be part of the show. How does that sound?
Okay, okay, sir.
All right, Boris. Thank you very much. That was Boris. Talking more about the upcoming tournament. The tournament which is Legends are Born Africa. So Legends are Born Africa is the tournament that is coming up. And guess what? We got Franklin Smith, Fred Smith. Fred Smith is in the background, ready to be part of the discussion. We're about to put Fred Smith on the hot seat, where we're going to ask him some questions, and we're going to know more about Fred Smith. So joining us right now, live and color, with a hands of applause. I know what I can clap him. You know, see if I can clap him. Yeah, looking around. I gotta clap him for the man. The man, I gotta bring the man on board with a hand of applause. I gotta bring the man dry that I, yeah. So with a hand of applause, welcome, Hush Puppy. That's
Sure.
Hush Puppy, live in color on the Full Cold Press. What's up, blood?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, sir. Good.
But I just saw you practicing. You can hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm hearing. I'm hearing clearly.
But I just saw you practicing like some few hours ago, and it was really heavy. So I'm like, yo, I want to be able to catch Hush Puppy on live today, but you still able to make it.
Yeah.
So I everything to your end, my man.
Oh, I mean, it's good. It's good. Dear God, thank you. Yeah.
So what's going on? What's been going on in recent time?
on the court or off the court?
I don't. I mean, just tell us what's been going on. Everybody curious to know what's going on, Hush Puppy. You got some coding hair. You know, the few time you play basketball, you start like shining. Scoring some points.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
I mean, nothing much, but the team I play for, NBA Pythons, we are a team that is full of talent, especially for me playing the number 3 role on the team. And yeah, I got
Okay.
like 2 other people playing ahead of me. So I mean, sometimes I have to like fight for my minutes on the team because it was clearly stated by the coaches that every single member of this team have to play for their minutes. You have to earn your minutes. It won't be given to anybody. Nobody have a specific time they're supposed to play. If you're not performing, the next minute is up for the tax to perform. So fortunate for me, last Sunday I had a good game according to certain people, but for me we didn't win, so I didn't see it to be that much of a good game because we didn't get the win. But I mean, we are working on ourselves eventually, and we'll be back for the big four. Yeah,
Yeah, my
yeah,
man, you put us some marvelous razzle dazzle, hitting some shots on block. I'm like, damn, look at my ball, he's probably balling. I gotta invite the man this Thursday.
yeah,
I would want to go after players that shine. Yeah, we were lucky he shine because if Austin want to play before you and score that 26 point, my we want to park you one side over Austin. We got Austin on fire the last game, bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but what caused a collapse yesterday? You guys were leading comfortably, and then I'm like, oh man, MPA Python has this in the bag, and I came back, I saw you put up at 2. I'm like, yo, if you guys continue kind of inconsistency, I don't think you guys will make it for the big 4.
I mean, certain times during the game, we tend to lose track of focus. That's when our opponent can take the best advantage of us. But currently we are working on that because we had a conversation today as a team, and we spoke to the coaches because sometimes playing as a basketball player, if you are playing on eggshell, like if you don't want to make a mistake, it gets more tedious for you on the court because when you are playing under pressure, and you are playing to maintain the team rhythm. Because for me, I see basketball to be a rhythm sport because once you get your rhythm, you keep the rhythm until the dying minutes. But yesterday, it wasn't that much of a good game for us, but we have spoken as a team, and we'll be back to give good result to our fans and our people that we work for. Yeah,
Yeah, that's good, my man. So you know, um, for me, I know you as Fresh Smith, but I
yeah.
always hear people calling you Hush Puppy. How came about the name Hush Puppy?
So that name, let's say it was I adopted a name because the person, the hush puppy
Hmm.
person himself was this guy from Dubai. He's a Nigerian though. I used to obsess over his lifestyle because this guy used to like go places, purchase things, live this flashy lifestyle. I used to obsess, over stuff like that. So I just took that name one time. I changed it. I changed my Facebook username, and after I started learning some stuff about him, knowing that he's not that good type of person who knows scam people and stuff like that, I had to change it within time. But since I've used it, let's say for more than 5 months, certain people just got used to it. They start calling me all the time, so it got stuck with me. Yeah,
Hush Puppy.
yeah.
So take us back to the beginning. What first made you fall in love with basketball, and who inspired you growing up?
Um, Growing up, I wasn't really sport type of person, to be honest, because the school I attended Sotelmo Christian school system, and at the time, our school wasn't that much of a sports school. It was all about education, education, education. So, when I entered 10th grade, the 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 the, the, the proprietor for the school, his son, he came back to Liberia because he was based in Ghana. He decided to add extracurricular activities to um our normal curriculum, right? So through that, he added basketball, soccer, and some other sports. So I used to attend architecture class, but there was this guy by the name of Nathaniel Parton. He used to coach Island Clipper, the team that Clifton Young first played for in the third division. So he saw me. I was passing by the basketball class one time. Like, oh, man, you got go high. Have you considered playing basketball? By that time, I was in 10th grade. So I was like, nah, man, I don't think I'm really interested in that. Because at that time, I was one of the quizzers from September because I used to quiz back in the days, right? Like, oh my, but just come and sit in the class and see if you like it. I'm like, okay. So the first day I stepped into the class, I mean, it was kind of encouraging. I had very, very little knowledge on basketball at the time. And from the way people are interacting, people are having fun, I'm like, I think I should be coming all the time because we used to do the extracurricular activities on Tuesday and Thursdays. So every Tuesday and Thursday, I used to skip my architecture class because I was passionate about drawing, and design. I used to go for basketball classes. So he took me because our school, our main campus is not that big. He took me in the middle of the square of the school. He's like, "Oh, try to shoot." I shot a couple of balls, but I didn't make any. He like, "Bro, I can help you, but just be serious and stuff like that." So after that, I decided, I'm like, okay, I'll be practicing one couple of days. I used to practice sometimes when I take her out to SOI campus, used to practice sometimes for fun. I would practice. I started putting my own time to the game. Eventually, I fell in love with the game. Yeah. Then when I entered 11th grade, I was good, but not as good as compared to certain players that play in the third division at the time. But through hard work, I mean, my game step up. 12 when I entered 12th grade, I became the captain of my school, and we participated in the inter-school sports association league, the East, the one they can call the ISA League, to sports commission. We went far as semi-finals, but most of the games we went to, other people were afraid. They didn't turn up. It was forfeit. Only one game we get to play, and yeah, it was a fun experience. But when I graduated, I was went for practice. Once I can still remember to YMCA. That's when I interacted with you and said, "Oh, I should join Vision Shooters," and that was like my beginning of my basketball journey.
That's great. That's great. No, I'm so glad that you guys that I came in contact with back then when you were younger and now making your name in basketball, right? So
Yeah.
let's go on to the next one. What has been a defining moment of your basketball career so far regarding achievement, experience that have changed everything for you?
Hmm. Uh, I will start off with the time I joined the Vision Shooters or the Vision family. I mean, you guys were very nice to me. You taught me some stuff that I never knew about basketball, and I learned a couple of things that helped me through my path or my journey in playing basketball. When I played with you guys, it was such fun. Next, I went to SAC Base in Division Two. I was also coached by the assistant coach for Spartacus Super Seven. He's known by Super Seven, but his name is Moses Simpson.
Okay.
He's a great coach also. He taught me a couple of things in basketball and through my own level of hard work. Yeah. And I'll be more specific when it comes to that question. When I went to Cyprus, right? Because let's say before I could go to Cyprus, because at the time I was debating if I should go or I shouldn't go. But I don't know if you know the person called Emmanuel Pay. He's formerly known as EP.
Yeah,
Michelle,
EP.
yeah, I heard that. Oh, you trying to go Cyprus and stuff. I said, but who told you? He said, oh, somebody, some people can talk and stuff that they told me and stuff like that. But the men that are in Cyprus, the Liberians that are in Cyprus, they are trying to get a game out there, but they're not winning. But since you want to go, I mean, me, you, Exodus, and Alpha, we all can go together. We stay in the same apartment, we can play, we can achieve great things. I know you're a good player. I've seen you play, you practice with at time. They used to have practices at YMCA on Tuesday and Thursdays. At time, only first division players used to practice with them. So far so good. I think I was the only second division player that was practicing with them at the time because they had Brian Matthew, they had James Bigger, they had at the time Tower was still playing actively. EP and a couple other great guys, that play in the Division 1 league at the time. I used to practice with them, through that. I had a level of exposure to basketball on a bigger scale. So I linked up with EP and Exodus and Alpha. We went to Cyprus and we formed a team. And our team won the championship. The same year I got into Cyprus, we won a championship, and it was like a defining moment in my basketball career because it helped me in a way that I feel like because let's say before I could go, I feel like I wasn't that much of that style player that are going to play against those experienced guys that play in the big league, that play with pro league players. I felt like I wasn't going to achieve something, but when we achieved that championship, I mean, I felt that level of uplift in my life also, and after we won the championship, a couple of opportunities came at the school I was attending. It was Ralph Dentas University, commonly known as RDU. They offer every single member of that team a full scholarship. We even we should have gone to Turkey, but there was some level of default in certain people's documents, but we couldn't make the trip. And after that, a couple of schools gave me an offer. I had to take transfer because the course I want to study, what they were my school weren't offering it. I was like civil engineering, so I had to take transfer to another school called BAU, which is like an international university that's like four continents: Africa, Europe, America, and I think they're in Australia if I'm not mistaken. So I saw that as an opportunity for me to take a transfer because I want to study civil engineering, not architecture engineering. So when I went there, they gave me full scholarship. They gave me some, amenities that, you know, people out there will say, oh yeah, it's like a great opportunity. And I mean, it was a good thing for me too. Yeah.
That's great. I mean, that kind of experience out there, Liberian going out, holding their own, making sure they're getting themselves involved in education and all other vices. Um, you have played for a lot of teams so far. I think you played for IE, started
Yeah.
a fusion shooter, sack base, IE, and now NPA Pythons. So you competed at a high level. What does wearing the jersey for NPA Pythons mean for you?
I mean, it is a great experience knowing the fact that NPA Pythons is one of the greatest team in this country, and they have shown that level of competitiveness on the highest scale. Joining the NPA Pythons was like a bait for me, to be honest, right? Because my intent was not to play basketball when I first came back to Liberia. Because when I came back to Liberia, I was to come and get certain documents to leave for another place. But life have its own way of playing its own card. Unfortunately, the things that are running after at the time it didn't work. But I mean, things are in flight currently, and I hope and I pray to God that things work. But uh, I first got invited by Coach Raphael Kwe because they used to practice behind this place called Lucky Pharmacy on 22nd Street. It's a half court that they used to practice. So there was a time my little brother, may so rest in peace. He invited me over to practice with them, and I went to practice. So Coach Raphael said, "Oh, I mean, you're a good player. I think you should come over to join the Python family. You should come for a trial." I'm like, "Okay, I would do that." And I went over practice with them. I think 2 or 3 times, and I left. And I didn't return no more. They got mad at me. Oh, why? How I gotta leave Pythons and go play with IE that season and stuff like that. Yeah, but I mean, it is a good experience. I would tell any other player that's trying to play structured basketball. I would encourage any other player I want to play structured basketball to give NPL Pythons a chance because, mind you, your game is going to be up there if you are playing with the Pythons. Yeah.
A nice one,
Yeah.
So if you had an opportunity to change three things about basketball in Liberia, what would it be and why?
if I have the opportunity to change three things about basketball in Liberia, um, to be honest, at this structure, certain things I feel like Liberia basketball is lacking, and I will start off by saying policies, right? So let's take for example, right, the team I'm playing for, the MPA Pythons. So the MPA is an organization, right? That's it. Is a governmental organization, right? There's certain things. There's a thing called corporate social responsibilities, right? Most investment group or investment companies, they sometimes, you know, have to, like, exert that level of corporate social responsibility, right? I feel like the government of Liberia need to put in policies that will make most investment companies, when they come to do investment into this country, to create that level of tax, let's say tax write-off, as the simplest way to say, or deduction of taxes if they invest into sporting, especially the basketball arena, because we see that most of the support from this country goes towards football. I feel like the government need to put in policies that will make most investors corporate social responsibility goes towards the basketball arena, and also let's say any other sport arena within Liberia, right? Second of all, I feel that people need to be open-minded, willing to work with anybody. When I say anybody, I mean anybody that's serious about the sport, right? Open-minded in a sense that, let's take for example, right? Look at the work you are doing currently, right? I know certain people within the LBA, I mean, they do see your work, but they will not appreciate it because that level of ego, right? Because if I'm trying to push something, right, and you know what I'm doing exactly is exactly how it's done out there, right? Yeah, take for example, from the beginning of the live, right, you said you were talking about Coastal Liberia, the live stats and stuff like that. When I was playing in Cyprus, right, we had this app called Switch. Each time playing, let's say we got people on our bench, I can kind of tell, say, oh my man, you have to start. This is what you are doing wrong. This is what you are doing right. These are some of the things that help to uplift the game, because basketball is an entertainment sport. And mind you, the entertainment industry pays a lot, and people go to the game to get entertained. And for the level of basketball we are playing, especially in the first division, people expect to see certain things in game. Now, when, let's take for example, you are playing game, then somebody on a fast break going dunk, it's not, yeah, it's exciting, but these are just common things that happen in other league out there. And certain
True.
people need to, yeah, certain people people need that level of entertainment. Because if I pay my money, I want to get entertained. I don't just want to go see people fighting. That's not, basketball is not a fighting sport. Yeah, it's effort, but it's not about fighting, right? And thirdly, I feel like uh uh young people need to get involved into the sports. When I say young people getting involved, it's not about young people that are playing in within the league, especially making decisions that will affect the league 10 to 20 years from now. Because, for example, I can tell people that we don't have a basketball court in Liberia. When I say we don't have a basketball court, because we're not playing to international standards, right? The length of our court is now up to It's not up to FIBA standards. It's not. It's like a lot of things that we lack, and I feel like the government need to put in policies that's gonna help the sporting arena. Because if they don't, I mean, in the next 5 to 6 years from now, we'll just be on the same level, or we might died when it comes to certain sports, especially basketball. Because a lot of kids that used to play basketball before, we see that they are derailing away from the sport. You know, they are going to do certain things. Certain people are getting hooked up on drugs. Like I saw a video right on Facebook. A friend of mine, we played basketball together. He was that good. He should have played on Vision Years at the time. They posted the video. I mean, it was so heartbreaking seeing that young man, on the street dripping because he was high on drug. I mean, people need to do something that will impact them. They don't just want to be doing things that will just be like a loop that going around, around, and around. You know, the government need to step in, especially for the basketball arena. They need to put in policies that will make young people to not just focus on education or politics, but also sport. 'Cause mind you, the sporting industry pays a lot of money. And one thing I know about money, it goes around. The more you spend it on the rightful things, it comes right back into your pocket. And I know for a fact if the government of Liberia does that, every single youth that's participating within sport will benefit, and they themselves too will benefit from the tax returns.
Yo, bro, I'm interested in that player you're talking about. So after the show, please DM me more information. I think
Okay.
as a community we need to do an intervention if a player that was in the game has slipped, especially a player that I know personally. I think it's
Yeah.
something we shouldn't just sit. We can just be
Yeah.
waiting for government all the time. We can
Yeah.
see what we can do as a community to also help out. All right, so now, as you on Facebook and on social media, you do a lot of posting. Many young players look up to athletes on social media. What one lesson you have learned through basketball that every young player should know?
Um, I mean, I've learned a couple of lessons, but I will speak only on the most important one for me. Uh, Patience, right? Basketball had taught me, coaches, let's say basketball in general, and coaches, my teammates, they had taught me some level of patience. Because, let's say, for example, right, sometimes our team can be playing, right? And I see my teammates on the floor doing certain thing I know he's good at, but he's doing it in the wrong way. Sometimes I get angry. I'm like, I mean, suck me in. Let me go do this. Let me go do that. But when I get sucked in, I tend to kind of like do the same thing that he was doing. I'm like, so when they call me, I'm like angry. Hold on, I'm like, so when they show me, oh, you were doing this, you were doing, I'm like, oh, I think I need to be patient and do what is right for the team because it's a team sport. Basketball is a team sport, right? If I focus only on me, then how does it benefit every single member of the team? So being patient on the court and off the court is very important because as I said, as I stated earlier, life has its own way of playing its card. Sometimes you want certain thing, you work hard for it, you will not just get it. You have to be patient enough that your result in a longer term. For example, right? I can still remember when I was in 12th grade, right? At that time, I was trying to like pick my game up, right? I used to focus on dunking a lot, so I used to train a lot. So each time I train, I try to do this dunk, I'm not getting it, you know. So
Mhm.
after a couple of years, I started observing that, you know, each time I get older, I mean, certain dunk I want to do, it gets easier. So I'm like, I thought it's supposed to be affecting certain things that I'm doing, but mind you, it's giving me more experience because why I was patient towards certain thing. You're not just your result immediately, right? It will come over time, right? Even if you put in all the work, if you don't recover, I mean, I mean, you're not working enough, right? Yeah,
Yeah, myself at a particular time, I started being surprised how you started to have some lift. We just lift easily, give dunk. I'm like, I'm beginning growing now, you know. Yeah, so it's good to see the growth in young players, right? So patience is
yeah,
the key. It says Mr.
yeah.
Smith, aka Hush Puppy.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, who was the toughest opponent have you ever faced, and what made the matchup so difficult?
I mean, I've faced a lot of tough opponents outside Liberia and also within Liberia. But I will weigh them both sides. Because when I was playing in Cyprus, right, I was basically playing 3 and 4 sometimes, depending on how the rotation would be. Because I was playing with a lot of great players like Ernest Bestman. I played with EP along on the same team. I played with James Bigall. I play with another guy that used to play for I think Dream. Is it Dreamers or I can't really remember the team, but he was also good. I play with Yak that's currently playing for Mighty Barrow. So um my toughest opponent at the time when I was playing in Cyprus used to be one guy from GAU, Guinea American University. He's a assistant center. I can still remember one time we were playing. I was like, I think my second game, I had like a fast break, so I feel like I was all alone to just give it easy. That guy came from behind me with and smacked the shit out of the ball and sent me make me so nervous in the court. But for Liberia, my toughest opponent I would say that I play against would be William Gittins. Because people don't understand, right? People want to see Bubble to be like, oh, a shooter. But anytime NBA partners is playing against others, Sparrow tend to put Bob Blue on our point guard. And when they do that, they slow our rhythm down a little. But let's say if I get on, he switches. And when he gets on me, I slow down because his defense is to be honest, is up there. Bob Blue defense is up there, to be honest. Honestly speaking. So far so good. He has been my toughest opponent playing against in this league, to be honest.
We don't get things. Somebody,
Yeah.
people been balling,
Yeah.
for a while. So maybe they may know your weak point.
Yeah.
All right. So some people say Liberia basketball has a lot of talent but lack structure and development. What do you say about that?
Mm, yeah. Liberal basketball do have a lot of talent, lack structure and development. Yeah, true, true. To be honest, true. Because I will speak more on my exposure outside there than here, right? Because I got more exposed to I started here, but I got more exposed to basketball on a bigger scale out there than here, right? Let's take for example, right? I get to go to school, and the school I was attending, they didn't have any extracurricular activities until I entered the 10th grade, right? And the thing about talent, I would say, is you won't know you have a talent unless you put in the work. Because talent is not like what's the word, instincts. It's like something you have from birth, right? But you have to put in the work to use your talents. Because if I'm on the court, I had to put in the work, to know if I can make that short court to get easy basket, if I can read the defense before they react, those are all basic talents, some athletes have, right? But uh if our people they're not doing the necessary things for us to reap our talents, then we don't have talents at all. Because if you are talented and you're not marketable about your talents, then technically there's no talent. Because you can't say you are talented, then it's not showing. You get?
Mhm.
Because if you, for example, in Cyprus, right, you'll see even in high schools, they got like a well furnished gym, they got like a nice recovery room where it will encourage you to do certain things, that I want you to be up there, that want you to uplift your game. But we don't have that yet, right? So technically we have talent, but it's not marketable. Yeah, you can market our talent now, because even
Wow.
currently right in our league, you don't see people exporting our players to certain leagues around us. Like take for example, Ivory Coast, Ghana, and Nigeria. We don't export players. All we do is just import players that will pay more money to and pay less to our own players who are somehow com- uh, uh, compatible on the court as compared to certain imported players. So we don't yeah, we have talent, but we don't really have marketable talents, that I would say.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think you got a point there, man. It's about time we start seeing a couple of Liberian players going out. It happened in the past, like any Birdsman went Guinea.
in a
and
year.
other things like that. But then since then, I don't know. Yeah, it's marketable talent. That's true. Okay, so 5 years from now, what will you consider success for Hush Puppy Franklin Smith, aka Hush Puppy? And what will you consider success also for Liberian basketball as a whole?
For the basketball arena, I pray and hope that all the hard work you guys are putting in, or every other players put in, I pray that you result, because certain people want to see the sport we are playing up, to be uplifted, but certain people keep keeping the sport down because they want their own stuff, their own greed to. They just want to serve themselves. They just act like, oh yeah, they are supporting, but they are not actually supporting the sport. But we pray and hope that liberal basketball be up there. Certain people can say, oh, liberal basketball never. Nah, I pray against that. I hope our basketball level reach up there. And for me, how I measure success is uh, I measure success on the level for finances, growth, good health, you know, yeah, and like better environment. That's how I see success to be. If I can be financially stable, I'm in good health, and I got good people around me that I call friends or family that can support me in my endeavor on a day-to-day basis. That's some level of success for me.
Okay, we reached to the part of the interview where we call it rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So we expect you to finish about 8 questions in 1 minute.
Okay.
LeBron or Jordan?
Michael Jordan any day.
Best basketball court in Liberia?
Is that coach?
No, basketball court.
SKD Jim.
Favorite teammate of all time?
Damn. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I would say Ayuba Swari. Ayuba Swari, yeah.
One player in Liberia everyone should be watching.
Um, me.
Let's say. Favorite pre-game song?
Oh, it's song by my friend and brother Oweezy called Patience. You can go check it out on Audio Max. It's like one of my favorite songs, and it's good.
All right. Dunk or three-pointer?
3.0.
One word to describe Liberian basketball today.
Uh, Flash, but eventually it will be built on fire. Eventually it will be built on fire. But for now, it's all Flash. Yeah.
One word to describe your game.
Mm, Persistent.
All right. So the closing question, this show is all about basketball culture, conversation. If every basketball stakeholder in Liberia was watching right now, what one message you want them to leave with tonight?
I would say I do want to appeal to the government of Liberia and every stakeholder and every lover of basketball in this country to please put in policies that will affect the game, and every single sport lover of this country. Please, I'm asking every single stakeholder and every lover of sport to please support basketball, because I'm seeing a lot of great talent, but they are now marketable. We need to start marketing our talents, and once we market our talents, guaranteed percentage from the from how we market them, we will all benefit. We will all benefit if we market our player correctly. That I can say to every stakeholder in this country, and every lover of sports, and also every lover of basketball.
That's powerful. That's powerful. So, what is the next game for NPA Python?
Oh yeah, we got a game tomorrow with the Spartacus team by I think 7:30. Yeah, 7:30. Yeah,
Tomorrow, Friday.
yeah, yeah. That's right. But
And what's the
also
pre? Yeah, go
also
ahead.
like I drafted a plan for Lisdick on how the governor of Liberia can instill some policies that's going to help the basketball arena. I was sending the PDF. If you go through it also, maybe we can reach out to certain people if they get to see that plan. I know for a fact that they will love it because I think we need to build a system because we shouldn't just send a statement, but we need to build a system that's gonna help every single basketball player and every single basketball lover. You know, because I'm seeing basketball to be the next level of development for Liberia. Because mind you, sports can develop a country even on a bigger scale. Yeah, it's not all about just education. Education, yeah, education is great, but sport also helps when it comes to that endeavor.
Okay, man. Frankly A. Smith of NBA Pythons taking on tomorrow Spartacus.
Yeah.
You got lots of Spartacus this season?
No, we haven't. We won them by 24 points in game one. We beat them by 23 points in game two for the first and second phase. So we are playing in the playoff now. So it's going to be a tough game, but guarantee we are hungry. We are very hungry. Knowing the fact that we lost to Barrow in our first game and we won by 8 points in our second game, we are hungry. It's going to be a win for us, though. It's going to be a win.
Yeah, man. We'll be watching. We'll hopefully get some slash and dash again. You know, NTA Python, shout out to you. You know, everybody expect you guys to make it to the top four. You know,
Sure.
I mean, last year your finalists last year. So nothing less than the champion, anything less than championship this year. The fans will not be happy. And you guys, I believe you have the caliber of players. Um, Actually, I had to step back from part of the coach technical staff because, bro, um, there was no time, no time. Yeah, I'm very busy in the evening hours as well, so I can still contribute to basketball by doing what I'm doing. Podcast, live streaming, hyping here and there. There's a lot of way to contribute to basketball besides coaching.
Yes, sir.
Basketball, that one is in my heart. There's no day I can leave it. So even if I'm not on the basketball court coaching, I'm still going to contribute one way or another. So Franklin Smith, bro, I want to say thank you so much. So ladies and gentlemen, that's our boy Franklin Smith right there, aka Hush Puppy. Martin no change and aka now.
No,
All right, so thank you so much for joining us at the Focal Press, guys, and we come to the end of episode 5, with Franklin A. Smith. So watch out. Who's going to be next for episode 6? I don't know. But I'll be watching carefully this come Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The person are going to shine. And then we're going to have a season finale. Maybe we're going to bring Franklin A. Smith, bring Uptown Marshall, all those that took part in episode 1, bring them all back. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And see you when you see me next time. Shout out.